It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, or I should introduce it as non-alcohol or low alcohol beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I've been to Marks and Spencer's. I've spent most of my January. I like to get on board with what people, well, you presume it, don't you? Because you read stuff on the internet and it's like, oh, dry January. So I'm not kind of like strictly doing dry January. It's just a case of it seems popular. So I've done my best over the last few weeks to pop to different supermarkets and pick up their versions of low alcohol beer. Some of you seem to like it, some of you seem to hate it, and you can't wait for February to come round. We're nearly there. Marks and Spencer's 0.5% ABV, low alc British craft lager, light and crisp, and it's by Hepworth Brewery. I know of this brewery because they seem to specialise in contract brewed lager. It's in a 330ml can. I went to a London launch in a really lovely hotel about 5 or 6 years ago now, where, let's get this out first into a glass, see what we get. The company I was with at the time, I can't remember the name of them, they brought out a honey lager. And it was brilliant, it was really tasty. I had about 8 bottles of it. And then found my way back to Paddington train station and fell asleep on the train and made my way back to Wales. Yeah, that was pretty cool, that was. What are they called? They're the honey lager people, honey beer. Oh, blimey, why can't I remember? Anyway, had a great time. But point is, the beer was contract brewed by Hepworth. They're quite trusted. They're quite a trusted company. If you want a pretty decent lager with your own name on it, like for argument's sake, Marks and Spencer, then they generally do a pretty good job. Never tried anything low alcohol from them though. Good levels of carbonation. It's a clear, straw-coloured looking beer. Let's get the aroma. Reverse osmosis, I think that's the name of it, where they brew a beer with alcohol and then they reverse the process and take the alcohol back out at the end. It smells quite crispy. Little kind of hint of citrus going on. They've called it craft lager, so there's got to be a little hint of, or you presume a hint of citrus in there somewhere. It smells okay actually. It doesn't smell overly sweet. My biggest issue with low alcohol beer is the level of sweetness in there. Some of them are awfully sweet beers. Let's get in. Cheers everybody. Oh. Wow. That's excellent. Oh wow. Tastes like lager. Blimey, that is the most unusual. I'm starting to wonder if I'm getting used to it. I don't think so, because I had an awful St. Peter's non-alcoholic ale the other day and I literally poured it down the sink. Oh, that's really good. It cost me in the region of £2 a can, this. £1.80, £2 a can as of 2025. I'm wondering if they got it mixed up and they just added the regular lager into it. It's unbelievable. It starts off, carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of the flavour. It's just really crisp, really crispy, really kind of like just good. There is another non-alcoholic lager out there, which I'm going to do very soon, in fact, after this review. And a lot of people have been banging on about this one, saying how good it is. It's Brooklyn Brewery's Special Effects Hoppy Lager at 0.4% ABV. But I'm going to challenge already. I've never had a non-alcoholic beer quite as good as this. That's Brooklyn Special Effects. It's going to have to be mind-blowingly good to beat this. This is off the scale good non-alcoholic beer. I always complain, always, if I drive to a restaurant or a pub and I have to face drinking orange juice or Coke all night. There's only so much Coke you can drink. There's only so much orange juice you can drink. I think this would fool me. Okay, you wouldn't have the effects of the alcohol because there's none in there. But in terms of tasting a beer, this could very much fool me into thinking, oh yeah, you know, I'm drinking beer here. Which essentially, the grains are there, the carbonation's there, the hops are there. Essentially I am, but without the alcohol. I am going to stand here and say, I am, you know, there's a lot of people doing this, and I've got some big things planned for the channel over the next weeks and months, and that will involve drinking lots and lots of beer. So this isn't me standing here giving off some kind of public service announcement that everybody should drink low alcohol beer, non-alcohol beer. This is not me doing that. This is not me being that person. This is me just going, hey, it's January, it's quiet on the channel, I've decided to do some low alcohol beers, and this one's pretty blooming good. We are proudly partnered with Hepworth Brewery in Billinghurst, West Sussex, to bring you a low alcohol modern lager. The head brewer has selected the perfect hops and malts for a crisp and refreshing lager, then blended in agave to add body and flavour. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. It's quite citrusy in there. That is quite a brilliant lager. It's non-alcohol, 0.5% ABV, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I've never had a non-alcoholic beer quite like that before. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.